Donna Brazile is here. She's interim chair of the DNC, and she's at the debate hall. Hi, Donna.
Hello, how you doing? Hey, Katie.
Nice to
Hi, Matt.
Nice to see
Hello,
you.
Madam Chairwoman.
So what did you think of Tim Kaine's performance? Knock me over with a feather. I bet you're going to say he won.
No question that Tim Kaine did a fantastic job. I thought his debate performance tonight was huge. He not only was able to defend the vision, the historic plans to create additional jobs, to keep the country safe and secure. Tim Kaine came in tonight's debate as an underdog. As you well know, the Republicans put out a release before the debate stating that Mike Pence would win the debate. But instead, Mike Pence ran away from his nominee, could not defend Donald Trump's previous statements on banning Muslims from entering the country, on calling Mexicans rapists. This was a night that Tim Kaine could not only defend Hillary Clinton's vision for America, more inclusion, more job growth, criminal justice reform, but it was a night that Mike Pence could not even discuss why Donald Trump would not release his tax return. So I gave it advantage Tim Kaine.
In a recent, let me ask you about millennials, Donna, because in one poll, 31% of voters, millennials, say they're supporting Hillary Clinton. 29% say Gary Johnson, 26% Donald Trump. So is this Hillary Clinton, Gary Johnson competition a little too close for comfort for you?
No, there's no question that we're going to continue to reach out to millennials. For many of them, this is their first election. But for most of them, I remind them all the time of the enormous power they have to not only shape the electoral landscape, but to put somebody in the Oval Office that will fight for the issues and concerns that they have, from income inequality to treating people with respect to climate change. And there's only one candidate with a plan to address all of these issues, and that's Hillary Clinton. So we're talking to millennials. Millennials are at our table, and we want them to be part of this historic campaign because they've made so much history, and this is another opportunity for them to continue to ensure that we have a country that change in a way that will involve them and of course, empower them in the future.
How worried are you about Gary Johnson siphoning votes away from Hillary Clinton? And would you like to personally invite him to drop out of the race?
Well, you know, Katie, I've worked on several presidential campaigns, and I'm focused on Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine. I believe that when millennials, just like baby boomers like myself and others, see the difference between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump and Gary Johnson and Jill Stein, they know that there's only one candidate with a plan for the future. When you have a candidate that cannot tell you where Aleppo is, or a candidate who has problems in explaining why foreign policy matters, because we are a very important nation in the world. I don't think millennials are looking to Gary Johnson to provide solutions. Perhaps they haven't been reached. We know we have to reach them. We know we have to engage them. We know that we want them at the table because they are part of our coalition, and they're a vital part of our coalition for the future. So I want to say, as party chair, that I welcome all the millennials to be part of this campaign. This is a historic campaign, but more importantly, to help us at the Democratic Party across the country start running for office. I try to tell my millennial friends all the time, including the students that I'm bringing to an event tomorrow with Hillary Clinton in Washington, D.C. It's your turn. And why you? Because there's no one better. And why now? Because tomorrow's not soon enough. The issues that you care about are issues that we're fighting for. And what you would like to see us do in the future, well, guess what? You have a seat at the table. And as I often tell my millennial friends, take my seat. I'm interim chair. I love to see a millennial run as party chair in the future. And Katie, I mean this, because I'm one of those individuals that would like to see more people serving in office and to hear the call for public service.
Hey, Donna, it's Matt, and I know your students always get the best assignments, so it sounds cool. But I want to ask you about, I know you're dealing with President Clinton's comments again, which can sometimes be unpredictable. And in the last 24 hours or so, there's been a lot of talk about him calling the healthcare plan known as Obamacare, the craziest thing in the world. What was he talking about, and how much of a distraction has that been for you?
You know, we all believe that the Obamacare has been a tremendous success. The Affordable Care Act has allowed us to provide access to life-saving health care to millions of Americans, over 20 million. More Americans today enjoy greater health as a result of this. We see the numbers across the board. But look, what President Clinton was talking about was individuals who are not able to get subsidies on the exchange, individuals like myself who are small business owners that have seen their premiums rise as a result of not having the kind of financial assistance or what I call tax subsidies. So what President Clinton has said, President Obama has said, he said, look, we got to strengthen it. We have to ensure that we have more companies on the exchange, and we have to contain the cost of health care in the future. So I don't get distracted by how people describe some of the changes and some of the improvements we need. The bottom line is Bill Clinton has been a champion for health care reform, along with Secretary Clinton, with children's health care, and of course, fighting for health care all of her adult life. So we're not going to get distracted. We're going to continue to keep the Affordable Care Act as part of our, what I call our centerpiece of health care policy. We'll strengthen it, we'll improve it, and we'll make sure that we can expand it, especially for the poor and those who are still in dire need of health care.
And Donna, before we go and ask you something really on a very shallow note, you know, Mike Pence was wearing a blue tie and Tim Kaine was wearing a red tie. At the presidential debate, Hillary Clinton was wearing a red suit. Donald Trump was wearing a blue tie. I'm so confused. What's going on? Is this pre-planned?
And I'm wearing a red suit. Look, we're a very inclusive, big tent political party. We welcome everyone through our door. Come, come enjoy what we serve as Democrats. And we have tables, we have chairs, and for those of you who think you need to bring in a folding chair, guess what? We'll provide you with one. No, this is our way of saying to the American people, we're an inclusive party. We're a stronger party because we can bring people together. Stronger together, that's our message.
So it's intentional, I see, and that's why our Mike flag and the Yahoo official color is purple.
I was going to say, wouldn't it be better if they all wore purple?
Hey.
And your hair is purple.
Katie, let me just tell you something. After Prince died, I was home in New Orleans, and I love Prince, and this is Purple Rain. So let me just say, I love it. And it doesn't matter the color you have. It's what's in your heart that matters. And we're the Democrats. We're the party with the big heart.
I thought your hair was purple, but then I thought it might be the lighting, so I didn't want to say anything.
Same here, yeah.
It's all right, boo-boo. It's all right. Guess what? It's really great, but, you know, we'll just do what we got to do, right?
All right. Donna Brazile.
I'm 56, going on 26, and tell the millennials, come and take my seat. I will give it up. I'm going to give you $100. Come be a chair for a day. Give you $100 and tell me what decisions you will make. I believe in the millennials. I think they're the very best generation. I love them, and I cannot wait to see them lead this country in the future. So if that's an appeal for them to run for office, I'll be around to help them out.
Hey, Donna, everybody's chasing the millennials these days.
Not that you're insecure about getting them to vote for you. Right?
Exactly.
Not many people can dance like the millennials. I mean, come on, Katie, I can knock it down and break it on up.
Donna, listen, I'm saving you from yourself.
I can turn this into a disco.
Outright pandering.
All right, okay,
All right, thanks a lot. Donna Brazile, good to talk to you as always. Thank you.